Hello, everybody. This is Johnny Maxwell with J Max Outdoors. Recently, I've been doing some training videos on how to use your Garmin system, your forward-facing sonar, more effectively. And I've been out a few times here lately with guys that really don't know how to just take advantage of maximizing your time on the water. And so in some future series, I'm going to be talking about the lower third of the lake, the middle third of the lake, and the upper third of the lake on how to read it, whether it's a TVA, river chain, lake, or it's a upland reservoir. You've got to be able to read where the fish should be at any given time of the year, most active. And so I'm right here on the Tennessee River near Wheeler Lake, but I fish Wheeler, Wilson, Pickwick, Gunnersville, and of course I fish Smith Lake as well and other lakes. But one thing I have seen lately is guys wasting a lot of time in unproductive waters. We're in the spring right now. We should be concentrating on fish that are on the bed and those that are moving up to spawn. This is like March the 27th, I think it is. Yeah, March the 27th. And the water temperatures is like 61, 62 degrees. So let's get over and let's just turn the unit on. There it is. There's our unit. I'll show you what I do. I use depth highlights, but guys, understand that when you use depth highlights, it will save you a tremendous amount of time, but also to know how to read the contours. It's not hard at all. Right here is, I was on Pickwick last time, so I went ahead and pull Pickwick up here. Oops. And so when you look at where I was at not long ago, check out, this is 7 Mile Island. You already know that. And see the red? I've got my depth highlights set up for, I think, 6 feet or shallower is red. That's good spawning waters. And of course, you see all kinds of areas around Pickwick Lake where it's less than 6 foot deep. But to be able to set your depth highlights right now, I would probably be concentrating in 6 feet to 10 feet of water, looking for spawn and smallmouth and largemouth. But on a Solix unit, a Humminbird Solix unit, you know, what you do is you go and you hit your X and see this little icon right here? I'm gonna back out. This is your icon. It's just very simple. Of course, you can go into the menu and do all this, but I like the shortcuts. Touch your depth highlights icon. And as you can see, 6 feet and less, I've got red. 7 to 9, I've got yellow right now. And I will change. See this color here, it's not showing up for some reason, but this is magenta. It's actually magenta. I don't know, it's not showing up over here, but it is there. You can sort of see it, but it's magenta. And got blue is 13 to 15, and so forth and so on. Any given time of the year, I'll go in very quickly before I even start fishing, and I'll say, okay, the fish should be like summertime. They may be deep, and I might want to be fishing 21 to 30 feet deep. I'll set the highlights to where I want them to be. And then I will fish nothing but those areas. Don't waste your time on all these other areas. And these highlights really, really X out where you can get back to your map. I'm just going to expand this and open this up right now. I've got the Lake Master VX card chip in here, and I can adjust these down even more precise. But like I told you the other day, I was fishing, and I was catching, I had 20.93 pounds in a tournament Saturday, and we were catching those fish in about 8 feet of water. Well, you see the 8 feet is brown here. I was fishing the edge of this, and we caught some really good smallmouth, and we were concentrating on nothing but these little areas like this right next to the brown. We were fishing, we would bounce over, and we determined through some fishing that our fish were coming around 8 feet of water. So why would you want to waste your time fishing all over the lake if you know they're going to be in like 8 feet? You know, go to 8 feet, fish 8 to 9 feet. And if you'll do that, you'll concentrate your time and efforts. And in the spring, obviously, you would use the things that you would typically bedding fish for, if that's what you want to do. But be willing to change and look at these contours. The river's flowing fast on Pickwick Lake, for instance. See these contours? These are not real close together. I'm going to show you. Now look over here. These are the bluffs. Everybody knows about the bluffs. See how close together these contour lines are? You see the red right here? This is pretty much a vertical. It's kind of like goes up really quick. It drops, you know, it drops from 1 feet out to 12 feet, and this is pretty quick. These are transition areas now. Look at this. Buddy, you find a spot like that, you hang your hat on that. You start looking at all the places on the map where you have this sort of a contour, and you will find fish, and they will stack up, especially when they're spawning and they're pre-spawn. And then when they come post-spawn, they'll move back here to these areas, and they'll get on the current breaks when there's lots of water flow in like a Tennessee River. And just run down the river real quick. Let's go down and look, check out this area here. This is an area that's got tons and tons and tons of different depths. Look at all the different colors that I've got highlighted here. 14. You can go down and like look at this area here particular. Look at the contours here. From 1 feet to 14 feet very quickly. You can concentrate in these areas without running all over the lake. Right now, I would definitely recommend it's springtime, staying on the upper third of the lake. Any current lake you're on, stay on the upper third in the spring. And then whenever midsummer hits, you can go to the middle of the lake, and then in the wintertime, go down on the lower end of the lake. There's fish always on all parts of the lake, but I'm just trying to get you where you are productive. And we'll talk about the lures to use in another video. But I'd like for you to, if you enjoy these training videos, like I said, I'm J Max, like and share what you see today, and we'll try to get, give me a thumbs up and all that stuff. I mean, I'm no genius on all that, but I do fish a lot, and I'll catch a lot of fish because I fish a lot and because of a lot of experience. But I want to be able to bring you these videos, but I need to know that it's worth my time to do this and help some of you guys that maybe struggle a little bit and make fishing easier. It shouldn't be hard. And hey, it took me 4 years to win my first tournament, guys, back in the 80s. And then when I started winning tournaments, I started winning quite a few. And as everybody knows, there's some sticks in Alabama. Well, I started competing with them and doing really well and winning quite a few tournaments. And so it's not that I'm the greatest, I'm far from that, but I could compete with just about anybody, and I won my share of tournaments. And it's not all about tournament fishing. Sometimes it's about just going and catching fish and having a good time. I want you to catch fish and have a good time. Tournaments, they're fine. I don't fish many tournaments anymore, but I do know this. If you're gonna fish a tournament, fish it to win it. Don't waste your time. God bless. Till next time.